Welcome back to another episode of the Extinction Survival Guide. Today we are going to make ourselves a spyglass and use it to try to find a parasaur. And we ran into this crazy robotic parasaur over here. That is a really cool looking dino and I really want to tame it. But you could see there's a little problem. He's currently getting attacked by two of these robots and you know, it's never a good idea to fight robots, especially if you're a parasaur that has hardly any natural defenses. So we're gonna see if we can fight these guys off and save this robot dino. So here we are right where we left off again, where we just tamed a dodo and got the ability to make narcotics in our mortar and pestle. And as you can see here, she has already laid us an egg, so she's already paying off. That'll be a really handy snack later on if we end up hungry. And we can eventually make kibble with it, but I don't usually bother with kibble for a while. So another thing that I'm doing is I need narco berries and spoiled meat in order to make narcotics, but by splitting a stack like I just did, I'm actually going to be able to spoil 20 pieces of meat all at the same time. So normally if you have a stack of 20 meat, it's going to spoil just the first piece of meat, and then after that it will have the second piece of meat go back to 100%, and it takes the entire amount of time to spoil it again. But as you can see here, these things each have about a minute left on their spoil timer, and I'm just going to speed up time a little bit so you don't have to sit and wait. I just went up and grabbed a snack while these narcotics were cooking, and we're just going to make a whole bunch of those in the mortar and pestle. And in just a second, you'll see that instead of having like no spoiled meat in my inventory, we're about to have about 20 pieces all at the same time. There we go, 21 pieces. So if you ever need a bunch of spoiled meat, just split all of your stacks and let all of them spoil. So skipping ahead, I just ran around and sorted out my inventory for a couple of minutes, and we actually just leveled up while we were standing here, which was great. I think all of the narcotics that we made just pushed us over the edge. So I actually have enough engram points to make this Parasaur saddle, and I'm trying to click on it. I think something about using the controller and the mouse at the same time is throwing things off. There we go. So I now have the engram for making the Parasaur saddle, and if we can go out and tame one, we're actually going to have our first rideable dinosaur. Now, parasaurs aren't super helpful, but it is much better to ride than not. Actually, it looks like I've got all the materials I need except hide, which I think I have enough in here. So I've been saving up this hide for a while to make sure I'd have enough, because most saddles take a lot of hide and resources. Now, of course, since parasaurs are pretty much your starter dinosaur, unless you want to ride like a turtle or a pig, which, I mean, honestly, who wants to do that? So, yeah, there we go. We've got a saddle for it. We got a good experience boost out of that. And I'm just going to drop off all of the heavy stuff that I don't really need to be carrying. And it looks like our storage bins are just about full, so I'm going to have to make some more storage soon. But we are pretty much ready to go out on an expedition. Now you'll notice the daytime is taking a very long time. I've noticed that one of the only things that my computer has trouble with running on max resolution is when it shifts into evening and nighttime. So just to make it much more fun and easier for everybody to see while we're playing, I've made the daytime maximum length and the nighttime minimum length, so the days are going really long, and that's just to make things easier, and because you just really can't see or appreciate things at nighttime, so that's one of the settings that I have modified. I've also got double collection on, which just is going to make things go a lot faster. If you want to see me playing on pretty much mostly defaults, my Ragnarok series, everything is 1 times multiplier, so it's all exactly as it normally would be. But I've heard most servers play on at least 2 times multiplier, and that's just going to make things go a lot faster, and it'll be a much more interesting series. So I've checked out this area a couple of times. I usually come this direction because I know that there's a really good stream full of water and it's relatively safe. We got a lot of robots running around killing stuff, so there's not a lot of dangerous animals over here. And I did notice a microraptor running around in these bushes earlier, so I'm keeping an eye out for him. That's actually a really dangerous animal out here because they can stun you for about 10 seconds, I believe, and that basically incapacitates you long enough for them to just straight up kill you. So that's a really bad, dangerous little guy, and they're about the size of a dodo, so they can easily be covered up by a single bush. So, that's something we gotta watch out for over here. I've also just been grabbing everything that I've been running past, but my weight is actually getting pretty high, so I'm worried that if I grab too much... Oh, I think that is the Microraptor. Yep, I'm gonna stay away from him. So, I will remember to stay away from that big, thing that sticks out in the middle there. So once again, we are running out of water. We are always out of water, so I'm really glad our house is right above water. Once I can finally make stone pipes, I'll actually be able to make an irrigation system, so we won't have to go down to the swamp. But as soon as I can get a wooden ladder, which is going to be in like maybe 2 levels from now, we'll actually just be able to climb up and down from our base down into the swamp. It's not really ideal because there's a lot of dangerous stuff in there. I've already seen like a crocodile and a titan boa right down the street. But, at least it's a quick, easy way to get water because we seem to just always be running out over here. It's just way too hot in this jungle. Alright, so that was some easy meal. Quick meat and stuff. But I'm still not seeing any Parasaurs, and I'm hoping that these robots haven't been killing them all off, because I did notice a Parasaur running from a robot. Oh, there, hold on. Okay, that's not cool. I'm still sticking to the spear with these guys, because they're a lot easier to hit that way. You ever tried, like, shooting an ant with a bow and arrow? Not easy to do. So, I did see a friend one time. We were out in the woods hiking and we saw a massive spider on the ground, and he just pulled out a taser and tased that sucker. It made my day. I mean, I am not a fan of spiders. So, yeah, I'm still not seeing any Parasaurs. I'm thinking these robots might have killed off a lot of them because I keep seeing these guys running around just randomly attacking dinos. So when I was doing my flying around, my episode 0, before I actually started this game, I scouted out this area, and down near here is a cool little ramp that goes up into the 2nd story of the highways. Yeah, right there on the left. And if you go up that, there's a whole network of roads that goes way up in the air, and should be a pretty nice way to get away from the dinosaurs that are down on the ground. I'm going to see if I can get some crystal out of this. Doesn't seem to be getting any just yet. I'm not going to waste too much time because I'm pretty high on my weight, and I want to have enough rocks to throw at a Parasaur if I find one, but I don't want to have too many that I get overweight, so I'm just about at my max weight limit. Okay, let's see. Got tons of iguanodons and quite a few ankylosaurs, so those will be really helpful later on, but, still looking around to see if I can find a Parasaur, because that's what I really want. It's the only dino that I can ride that's really worth anything. Pretty soon I could ride a pig or a turtle, but that's just lame. I mean, who wants to ride up on their turtle? So, let's see here. I'm going to actually see if I can make a spyglass, because those are very helpful. Oh, nice, okay. I've got just enough points to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and learn that. Usually it takes a really long time before I can craft a spyglass because it's found in crystal deposits, which are normally really hard to find on Ark, but we've got these cool blue crystal rocks over here, and I'm going to see if I can get some crystal out of that. Those big white crystal looking things weren't really very helpful, but it may be that I get more stuff if I use like a metal pick, so that's usually the case. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, there we go, 4 crystal. That's going to be enough right there. And once again, I'm going to stop so I don't get too overweight. And of course, I am immediately regretting, just dumping that wood that we dumped earlier, because wood is actually really heavy. It's not terribly lighter than stone. So there's some other metal node. It's actually quite a bit of good metal out here that I'm seeing, which is another one of those things that on most Ark games you've got to go into pretty dangerous areas in order to get metal. I really don't like being so far away from where I've made sure it's safe, And we've got a lot of tree cover and a lot of bushes, so I'm just grabbing what I need and getting right back out of there. Because being able to see is a good defense mechanism right there. I thought it would display what I need for that if I just mouse over it, but maybe not. It seems to be getting a little bit weird having my controller and my mouse at the same time. And of course I need one more wood, so there we go. Alright, so we are crafting our spyglass, and that's going to be very helpful. Okay, and we're dehydrated again, of course. And there we go. So when you're using a spyglass, it will actually allow you to zoom in. And once again, you probably know most of the controls, but when I set it to my hotbar, if I pull it out with the hotbar button, I can hit the bottom left trigger to actually zoom in with the spyglass and be able to look ahead. So check that out. All right, so I pull it out and then I hold the bottom left trigger, and I can actually see the name and level of these defense units over there. But I'm still not seeing any Parasaurs. So when I was doing my scouting mission, I saw a really cool robot Parasaur way down here when I was just flying around for my episode 0. But that does mean that there can be Parasaurs out here, and a lot of times, you know, dinosaurs will spawn in the same general... Oh, is that what I'm looking for right there? They'll usually spawn in the same general areas. Let's see if I can get close enough to see that thing without falling off. Now, it looked at a glance like a robot Parasaur, which is really stinking cool. I love those things. Oh, yep, there we go. Okay. It's either a Parasaur or an Iguanodon, and if I can get a good look at it, let's see here. Parasaur, alright, that is exactly what I want right there. Now he's running. Anytime you see one of those running, you should probably run too, because there's at least something dangerous chasing it. But in this case, it's being chased by 2 robots. Oh boy, this could get bad. He seems to be a lot faster than they are, but those things will probably kill him pretty quickly if they can catch him. Uh-oh. I'm going to see if I can get them to chase me. I might regret this pretty quickly, but I do have the high ground. Just like on Star Wars, which we always try to forget. It's over, Anakin! Oh, I have the high ground! Hey, come on, come back here, robots. I don't see that Parasaur, and they stopped chasing it, so I think they might have killed it and made it disappear. I do not see it anywhere. That's not good. Yeah, now they're attacking that stegosaur, which means they may have killed and destroyed, eaten, whatever those robots do to the Parasaur, because I don't see it anywhere. Well, it's not looking good for that guy. Now, if he made it out alive, he would have run off to the right-hand side here, and I don't see him. I do really like how there's a lot of nice stone ledges up here, because if you can get up on a ledge, you can shoot down on dinosaurs. Yeah, I think they killed it. Darn. That was a really cool robot Parasaur. I mean, I'm sure we'll run into some other ones later on, which will hopefully not be in the middle of getting attacked by multiple robots at once. But that would have been a really cool first main dinosaur that we could ride. So... oh well, we still got that really cool robot Stego over there, and maybe I can tame him later on when I get a saddle. Either way, he would be pretty cool. So let me see if I can get over here. Now, it's quite possible there could be some more ones living over here, and I'm not seeing any of those robots over this way. Not the ones that chase down Parasaurs, anyway. So, oh, is that... that one is walking like a Parasaur. Let's see if that's what that is. Ha, there we go. We've got the beautiful crest of a Parasaur. I'm just going to check down here and see if there's anything else interesting. Let me see if I can use this extra water flask out of my inventory. I am not used to going through water this fast. I actually normally build on the water and make a nice raft base. If you've seen my Ragnarok series, you know how much I love just living on the ocean. Okay, so yeah, here we go. I think we're just about out of time for this episode, but tune in next time and see if we can tame this Parasaur. Thanks so much for watching this video from the Ark Survival Guide. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more great guides like this one. Ark is an amazing game, but there is so much to learn before you can really enjoy it. We are dedicated to bringing you high-quality guides, tutorials, and Let's Play videos that are fun, helpful, clean, and suitable for the entire family. There's a tutorial in this series for everything we have done so far in this video. Check out these playlists for more episodes from this series and other guides to help you enjoy your journey on Ark.